So, if you have been playing Roblox for the past year or so, you may have heard of a game called Blox Fruits. If you haven't, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. You are probably living under a rock or something. You probably haven't seen your dad in the past 10 years or something. I'm just saying. The game is heavily inspired by an anime called One Piece, with their use of devil fruits and swords, and is by far the most popular game on the platform and is probably the most profitable game on the platform right now. So in this video, we will be talking about how two Roblox developers had effortlessly created one of the most successful games to have ever existed on Roblox. This is the rise of Blox Fruits. In order to fully explain this though, we have to go all the way back to the beginning, where on the 16th of January 2019, the game would release as public beta with an alias known as Bloxpiece. Made by two developers, MyGame43 and Rip Indra. At this point in time, they had already created another popular game called Elemental Battlegrounds, in which you fight other players with all sorts of elemental abilities such as fire and earth. But why am I mentioning this game? I'll mention it later in the video, so stay tuned. Now, at the time of the release, there wasn't actually that much to explore and play around with, as the level cap was only 300, the most expensive fruit was the Buddha fruit, and only two combat styles were included, which were combat and dark step. It wasn't until update 2, however, that in which the full game was released, adding new fruits, swords, guns, and much more. It was a slow start, but these two developers were determined to make a success. As the updates kept on coming, more and more players had started to join, and by August 2019, don't count me on that, I couldn't find anything about 100 million visits, Blox Fruits had finally hit 100 million visits. And just like that, they were popping off more than Preston's bank account. Yes, I came up with that one. Don't laugh at me in the comment section. In order for the two to keep the momentum of their absolute fire of a game, more and more updates had started to come out. And on November 23rd, the newly added Second Sea would be in the game, and as a result, even more content for the players. This then caused an even bigger rise of players, and then... yeah, I think you guys get the point. This snowball effect kept on going for quite a while with continuous updates until February 27th, 2021, they had finally reached the big boy, 1 billion visits. Something only a handful of developers like MeToon, Asimo, and BadCC can do on the platform. With now a game getting tens of thousands of players a day and a much bigger fan base in their clutches, Indra and MyGame do the biggest 1000 IQ move that they could have possibly done. Yeah, it's the Third Sea. What else did you expect? After the Third Sea update had released, Indra and MyGame were probably expecting a huge influx of their players, sitting back and relaxing and waiting for that sweet Robux to fly into their Roblox accounts. In which that was completely right. The Third Sea update had once again broken the Blox Fruits community. As the game now had a Third Sea to go to, players once again had even more content than before. New islands, new fruits, new swords, and much more. This had quickly led them into their next big milestone, 2 billion visits. Not only is that double of what they had before, but they did that in 7 months. Like, what? Bro, that's more visits than how many times my dad went to get the milk. Anyways, on November 5th, 2021, Update 16 was released, and since it was Halloween themed, a new island called Haunted Island, also known as Exploiter's Paradise,
oh my god, bro. Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Was introduced, along with 2 new Hallowish themed fruits. But other than some bug fixes, there wasn't much to the update. At least they hit 3 billion visits though. But that would completely change with Update 17, as it was so big that they had to separate it into 3 parts. Like, what the fuck? As I said before, the update had to be separated into 3 parts. Also, I'll only mention the most important things in the update, as there's like way too much to cover. It included a chocolate island,
new raid boss Doking, new hidden fruit 11,
and a whole bunch of other shit. So in summary, this was by far the most amount of content in an update ever. Hence why they separated it into 3 parts. And on April 26, 2022, they would reach another huge milestone, 5 billion visits. Like, how the hell did they do this? Like, 5 billion visits. Now, at this point in time, Blox Fruits also had a very large concurrent player count, amassing over hundreds of thousands of users playing at the same time. However, while also being arguably the best update to come to the game, it is also seen as one of, if not the most controversial update to come to the game. There was also a lot of criticism with the new fruits that were added.
I 100% agree. It makes no sense for leopard to be above the other mythical fruits. Leopard should be below rubber. A normal zoan shouldn't be above mythical zoans. Period.
Veteran players within the community had started to notice a large amount of toxicity starting to grow. Every server that you went in, 99% of the time, it would either be someone saying easy or a group of people having the most pathetic argument ever, like, oh my god, bro, these freaking kids. And so, Blox Fruits had started to be seen as a very toxic environment. Veteran players were quitting, and it really just did not seem to look good for the game and its developers. But even with that in mind, the recent updates such as Update 17 and V4 have overall seen very positive reviews from the community, which is a very nice thing for the developers. Oh yeah, by the way, they reached 15 billion visits on April 9th, 2023. I can't believe it is now the 28th of May, 2023. And as of writing this script, it is now sitting at a solid 17.5 billion visits and an astonishing 457,000 people playing. That is more than the average amount of people playing on Steam. What? From Elemental Battlegrounds to Blox Fruits, it cannot be said that this game is one of the most successful games to have ever been released onto the platform. And I wish Indra, My Game, and all the other developers involved in the game a huge thank you for creating such a creative and aspiring game. Yeah, so if you haven't guessed it already, this is kind of my first video ever on the channel. Yeah, I don't know if you know that, but if you hit that subscribe button, that'd be pretty cool. I'd appreciate that a lot. If you didn't like the video, I hate you. Go find your dad that went to get the milk. Anyways, let me know what other games you want me to like make videos on. Like, I'm kind of curious. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later.